the topic that we are doing is a very typical topic, and I've got queries yesterday from two or three students about the term ion. So we'll first see revision. Okay, let me share that. So whatever you know right now, just revise it. Why? Because I told you this topic is not only related with 9th chemistry, but to all the other chemistries, like grade 11 or 12. All right? I'm starting from the very beginning because I will try to spend enough time on this part, the revision part. Okay, around I'll spend 15 to 20 minutes. You know that each and everything is made up of atoms. All right? Everything is made up of atoms. Book, pen, duster, stars, planets, plants, everything is made up of atoms. This marker, you, me, right? Atom. Now, the size of an atom is very small. I told you in the beginning that at the tip of a needle, imagine a needle, and where is it ending? Its tip. So at the tip of a needle, there would be at least 1 lakh atoms. So what would be the size of a single atom is? Okay, very, very small. In that atom, we know that there are certain particles. There are many particles, but we'll talk about, according to our syllabus, only 3 fundamental particles: electron, proton, and neutron. Okay? If an atom has 1 proton, then its name is hydrogen. If it's 2 protons, its name will be helium. 3 protons, lithium. 4, beryllium. 5, boron. 6, if an atom has 6 protons in its atom, we call it carbon. If an atom has 7 protons, we call it nitrogen. If you find an atom which has 8 protons, we call it oxygen, and so on. Okay? It means as the number of protons changes, the name of the element also changes. Clear? So this is very important. So the number of protons is called atomic number. Number of protons is called atomic number. And atom of carbon has 6 protons. So what is the atomic number of carbon? 6. An atom of sodium has 11 protons. So what is the atomic number of sodium? 11. One thing over. Second, in the nucleus of an atom, we can find protons and neutrons. Okay? If you add protons and neutrons present in the nucleus of an atom, then this will be called its mass number, which is roughly called atomic mass. There is a little bit difference between atomic mass and mass number. You will study afterwards. Okay? So what am I trying to say? Suppose we have an atom in which we have four protons, okay, and 5 neutrons. We have an atom, it's the nucleus. It has 4 protons and 5 neutrons, and some electrons are revolving around it. Can you count how many electrons I drew over here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So what? Here I write that this contains 4 protons, 4 electrons, and 5 neutrons. Okay? What could be the name? 4 proton, if you see that periodic table, then an atom with 4 protons is called beryllium. So this is an atom of beryllium. Okay? So mathematically, what can you see here? That the protons and electrons are equal. Okay? So how will we write this? Beryllium 4 and 9. 4 will represent what? The atomic number. Which is 4 in this case. And 9 will represent what? The mass number. Which is 9 here. So this is general. When you see a symbol with 2 numbers written, then the smaller number always represents what? It always represents the atomic number. And the bigger number represents what? The mass number. One thing. Second thing, can you see a charge over here? It's written, look at the book. It's written like this. Is there any charge? No. Why? Because here the protons and electrons are equal. We have 4 protons here and 4 electrons here. It means this is electrically neutral, carrying no charge. All the atoms, all the normal atoms are electrically neutral, having same number of protons and electrons. If an atom of carbon is there, it has 6 protons, then it is understood it has 6 electrons. One thing is clear, that in an atom, electrons and protons are equal. That is why it is neutral. Now the next question is there any possibility to change this balancement, to disturb this balancement? Yes. Scientists have done it. They disturb this balancement. They can add or subtract electron. They can add or subtract electron. Look at the board. If you remove an electron over here, then this will be unbalanced. How will we show it right now? We will show right this, that beryllium is different from this beryllium. Why? Because one of its electron has taken away. So it has got a charge. What kind of charge? Positive charge. So when you see a charged atom, we simply called it an ion. So what is an ion? If you see a charge on an atom, then that charged atom is technically called an ion. And if you see a positive charge, then this type of ion is called a cation. Cations are positively charged. On the other hand, let's take another example. Might be the example of nitrogen. So how many of you could understand that what is 7 here? 7 is the Z value. A is the, what is the value of A? 14. And it has 7 protons and 7 electrons since it is neutral. What is the condition right now? This is the condition. 7 protons, 7 electrons, electrically neutral. We write it like this. Now what happens? This nitrogen has the capability to gain electron, to accept electron. Let's suppose it has just taken from somewhere 1 electron or 2 electrons. Now there is the unbalancement. We will not write after taking electron and like this, but we will write n minus. 1 minus means it has absorbed 1 electron. Suppose it accepts 2 electrons, we should write here 2. Okay, so now this nitrogen is not neutral. This nitrogen is not neutral. It is carrying a charge. So it has become ion again. But since it is carrying a negative charge, that is why that this is called anion. So what have we just revised? That a neutral atom has equal number of protons and electrons. Point number 2, an atom can gain or lose electron. If it loses electron, it will acquire a plus charge due to unbalancement and become an ion. Positively charged ion is called cation. On the other hand, if an atom gains an electron, it will acquire a negative charge. Charge acquiring, that is negative charge. Charge is there, it means it has become an ion. Negative means it will be called anion. Okay? So what is the definition of ion? A species, a thing, an atom you can say which carries a plus or minus charge due to the unbalancement of protons and electrons. Then we have seen a list of various cations, various anions. Let me write on the board. Like you have seen that this is sodium plus, this is magnesium, this is aluminium, this is iron. Now, can you see here? I wrote 2 different values for iron. It means sometimes iron loses 2 electrons and sometimes iron loses 3 electrons. Okay? Similarly, we may have chloride, we may have oxide or hydroxides or carbonates or sulfates or phosphates. So all of these are cations or anions. Positively charged, unbalancement, anions. Okay? One more point. 1 electron lost, mono. valent, divalent, trivalent, divalent, trivalent. Mono, di, these are just the prefixes to represent the number of electrons lost or gained. Monovalent, divalent, trivalent. No need to annoy. One more term, let me tell you. Polyatomic. Poly means, what is the meaning of poly? Many. So this is not a polyatomic. This is not a polyatomic because it contains only chlorine. This contains only oxygen. But this is polyatomic because it contains phosphorus and oxygen. Polyatomic. Okay. So I hope that you have a better level of understanding now. Now, what is the assignment that you are going to submit tomorrow? That I have given you some cations and anions, might be this or that. Now, what are you going to do? You will make pairs, like you start with sodium. You will make a pair with sodium with chlorine. How will you start your assignment? Take the first one from here and first one from here. Then it will become like this. Transfer the numbers. Here is 1 in this case. So 1 over here. It will become sodium chloride. It's the symbol of sodium. Sodium chloride. Now you will make a partner of sodium with oxygen. I'll write sodium with oxygen. 2 over here, 1 over here, cross key. We will write Na2O1. Its name will be sodium oxide. There's a difference. Its actual name is a little bit different. Okay, sodium oxide. Now, sodium with OH. Crossing 1 1. Its name will be sodium. This is sodium. This is hydroxide. To solve these, you must remember the list of some cations and anions that I told you. Okay. Similarly, we'll continue it over here. And so on. See another example. Example of ammonium and sulfate. One more thing. Sodium with this one, sodium with this one. The turn of sodium would be over. Now the next is magnesium. You start with magnesium. Magnesium with chlorine, magnesium with oxygen, magnesium with OH, magnesium with CO3 and so on. Then you will start with aluminum. So I'm taking here one, aluminum and sulfate. So this would be the last one. Aluminum sulfate. Crossing the numbers. Aluminum sulfate. 3 would be on this side. And here is the mistake that I have done. If you write it like this, it will become 43. So if the ion is polyatomic, if you like this, then you will have to use a bracket. What would be its name? Aluminum sulfate. I hope that you can do now, even if it's not you won't be you have some difficulty. Just let me know in the group. I'll help you out. Thank you so much. Take care. If you have any question, ask afterwards. Take care.